just like to read the today's Bible verse again. John chapter 15, verse 5. I am the vine, you are the branches. Those who abide in me, and I in them, bear much fruit, because apart from me, you can do nothing. We, as the house of God, make up that vine. Whenever we confirm someone, we promise this, to nurture them as a member of the family, the church family. Can't remember a time I was not part of this church family. As a little kid, church isn't exactly something you're excited about. The food at fellowship perhaps might have been the biggest draw. Especially when before church someone had brought munchkins. She stole my donuts. I have to work on that. Did I believe in God then? Not especially. Nothing beyond ideas of a forgiving paternal figure with a luminous beard, shining in the heavens and looking down and being happy. And he had a son with a brown beard. He did some nice things, and then, he died and came back to life. That's the story of children here. Still had the Bible that I was given. And it still has the ribbons from Mrs. Bauer class. Well, ribbon might be more accurate. Once I had a few more, but the operative word is few. I was 5th grade, and it was about the time I probably began to notice the church. He joined the bell choir. I remember being there with Steve Krusik, David Walbert. I looked up to these guys, partly because they were twice as tall as I was, but they seemed to see something in the church. And, I thought that perhaps if I kept coming and talking with them, some faith, purpose, meaning would rub off on me. Not gonna lie, that was bell choir, so donuts. Still a big draw. You had to take my donut chips. It's the only thing I got, folks. Then, not too long, I was on the verge of high school. I still wasn't very inspired or involved with the church. Youth group had kind of fizzled for me as church friends like Will Danman began to have other commitments. But I still found inspiration in the church, especially the piano playing of our music director, Mr. Zero. It is said that imitation is the highest form of flattery, and now I have a piano recital coming up in June, playing pieces by Gershwin, Debussy, Rachmaninoff, Beethoven, Chopin. All guys he plays here in church for us. And then I was very conflicted. I wasn't sure if I even wanted to get confirmed. The church was right. I'm not sure that without this sort of inspiration, I would have gone ahead and become confirmed. But others in the church also shaped my commitment at this pivotal point. Back then, I had started playing chess. I was severely mediocre, by which I mean terrible. I was unranked, which is... That didn't stop our own Mr. Congleton, who was once an expert, many times better than me, from stepping up and volunteering to play a weekly game with me. It meant a lot when someone did something so spontaneously. You begin to see this church as a place filled with people whom you should emulate. People who volunteer selflessly, who gladly take on the responsibilities for the church and others. So, this time up to being confirmed and through being confirmed could be described as loving God with all my heart. A love built on a foundation of support and examples by others. But in high school, you find this blind faith challenge. Most of my friends are irreligious. They'd either be considered theistic, with a God who's distant, doesn't mean anything to their personal lives, or agnostic, where they don't have to confront their beliefs. A vociferous few, however, are atheists. And many of them, I find, like to debate, challenge my belief, and deny God. They build a compelling case, but I can still firmly believe. In Mr. Kirsch's class, we've often talked about the reasons for faith. Not belief, but rational love of God. Loving God with one's mind. He has helped me to investigate such a belief. He's given us the occasional book, the occasional reading, every class. This has fortified me for a world filled with challenges. A world I expect to go out in next year when I'm going to attend college, Northwestern University. down to is this: we are all connected, all part of the vine that is God, especially here in church. Without everyone here, I wouldn't be who I am today. And for that, I want to thank each and every one of you. I may not have mentioned your name, but without your example, I might as well be nothing.